I went out and bought a generator over at Harbor Freight, and in our last video we did a review on that. I ended up taking that generator back. It was the Predator 9000. Now the reason I took the 9000 back and the reason we're looking at the 3500 is because I've never owned a generator. I've never been experienced with one. I never thought of buying one, and I needed to buy one because I'm building a shop and doing a lot of construction work at my property out in Utah. So since it doesn't have electricity, I went ahead and bought a generator, but I'm also using a generator for my RV trailer, which is going to be our temporary home when we're out there, and I'm going to need a generator for that. So when we did our review on the 9000, we found out that it was an awesome generator, but we also found out that it was very, very extremely loud. And being a loud piece of equipment like that, running continuously for we don't know how long, it could be for hours, can get really, really irritating. I also realized that when you buy a generator, you should get a generator that's serving your purpose, not because you need more wattages or it's a giant, I want to get the biggest generator that they make, because when you get these big generators, you're overpowering what you really need to use it for. Now, what I'm going to use my generator mainly for is for hand tools. I'm not going to, run all the power in my shop. I'm not going to, use it to run the electricity in my house. I'm going to use it temporarily for, hand drills and sawzalls and, power saws and stuff like that. So basically what we got is the 3500 watt portable inverter generator. Now it has 3000 running watts and it's a 3500 maximum starting watts. Now this generator pretty much is good for running anything that you need to run as far as a hobbyist guy goes. I wouldn't say that you can take a giant TIG welder and plug it in, or an arc welder, and continuously weld with it and do what you got to do, or big giant equipment. But for around the home usage and for ideal for RVs, okay, do you see that? Tailgating and more, super quiet, 57 decibels. All right, advanced features. It's got the inverter technology for clean power, enough power to start and run RV AC units up to 15,000 BTU. Now what they're saying here is if you got a 30 amp RV, if your RV runs out 30 amps, this will run that. Now if you got a 50 amp RV that has 2 air conditioner units, then this will not run it. But you can actually buy 2 of these and link them together, which would give you a total of 7,000 watts, which would be more than enough. Another thing that this comes with is an RV twist lock 30 amp adapter. That's included in here. Another thing that comes with this, and we're going to open it up and I'm going to show you, this comes with a battery. This unit also comes with wheels already installed. Now, I don't know how good the wheels are or what kind of terrain you can run over. And another thing about this generator, it's about half the weight as the big 9000. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. This isn't going to be a drawn out video. We're just going to open it up. We're going to check it out. We're going to get it started. And the main thing that I'm concerned about is the sound on this particular generator. I'm more concerned about what it's going to sound like when I start this thing up, and if it's going to bother my neighbors, because I'm kind of a courteous guy and I don't like to irritate people unless I really have to. Right when we open the box, what we got here is basically a small bag. We're going to open that bag, and I believe this is going to be the same situation as our other bag that we had, that it's going to be a tool type of bag. We'll go ahead and open that, and yes, it does have a screwdriver, and a spark plug wrench that you get with it. And then it comes with this 12 volt. I guess this would be if you want to jump start your battery or charge your battery up. It comes with a battery booster cables, so that's pretty awesome. You get that with the kit. Another thing that it comes with is a funnel. The 9000 didn't come with a funnel, this one does. And then of course it comes with your converter plug, which is right here, to convert it into standard RV ready. You can see that right there, RV ready. So it turns it into an RV outlet from the twist lock outlet. So that's pretty awesome. And then we go straight into the generator. Here is our manual, which we're going to go ahead and read that later thoroughly. I want to go ahead and pass this on to you. I am doing a review on this as a first-time owner. I really don't know anything about this generator. I've never used one of these generators. So for me to give you this review is a first-time, user type review. Right when you turn over the directions here, it shows you starting the generator. So we got the turn on economy, which is the ESC switch on off. Okay, so they want you to turn that off. Then you go down to 2 here and it says turn switch to start for cold engine or turn to run for warm engine. Okay, so we're going to turn that all the way over to start when we get ready. And then it says either push start for up to 3 seconds or pull start handle. So this is a push start electric start, and it's also a pull handle if need be. We go over to 4 here. It says wait for output light to come on. Once the output light comes on, slowly turn switch to run before attaching loads. Okay, so what I'm gathering here is the number 2 right here. All right, that's basically essential to equivalency of a choke. So to start it, you would go ahead and put it all the way to the start, and then once you get it started, turn it slowly to run. And then of course this would be on off right here. So it looks like it's pretty basic and easy and simple. Let's go ahead and get the unit out of the box and see what's going on. As we unpack it, we see that right where the fuel filler cap is on our unit, we see that there is a before use little tag right here. And what that tag says is basically fill it up with gas, open access panel, and add engine oil. And I believe that it's going to be a 10W30 weight oil, just like all normal generators. So we're going to go ahead and do that first, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, we got it unpacked, and what we're doing here is I see this is where our pull start is right here, but we are actually looking for the oil filler, and it said to find the access panel, and as we turn it around, voila, there it is right there. We're going to go ahead and open our access panel just like this. Take our access panel off, and inside right here is where our oil filler is going to be located. So now I see why they supply a funnel with this one, which is very nice. We're going to go ahead and stick that in here just like that. Now the 9000 that we had that I returned, it used a full quart of oil. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pour our oil in here, and I'm only going to add a half a quart. This seems like a smaller engine. When you add oil to a unit like this, it's good to make sure that you have enough oil, but it's not good, and it's a bad idea to overfill oil, because that way you can blow piston rings out and stuff like that. So let me get down here like this, and then we'll go ahead and pull that out, because like I said, I don't know how much oil goes in this. It really doesn't say on here how much oil to put in. and I can see that it is now touching the stick. Let's go ahead. Okay, that's to the top. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. And it says that it's full. So you would use 3/4 of 1 quart of oil for the Predator 3500 inverter. And that's really nice that they include this right here. Now, as I put this on here, there's a big warning sticker on the top here that says check oil level every 8 hours. Make sure that you have a clean air filter and check that regularly. Fuel stabilizer when adding fuel, and run 15 to 20 minutes every 3 months or it will void your warranty. Now, I don't know how much fuel this holds. I have 2 gallons right here, so we'll go ahead and add the 2 gallons. We just found out that our Predator 3500 inverter generator holds approximately 2 gallons of fuel. I had 2.5 gallons in that container. When you put your lid back on, just to let you know, you got to make sure that you put it on properly, because that filter's in there, and if you don't catch that notch, you can rip it out. So, just letting you know. Now, I'm not going to do it at this time, but if you're going to let your generator sit around for long periods of time, it's very, very wise to go ahead and add fuel stabilizer. And the reason they're telling you to do this is because if there's any fuel left in the fuel lines, it will not contaminate your fuel lines, and if you come back 2 or 3 months later, the fuel will still be stabilized and it won't be all gummed up and trashed out. So it's always a good rule of thumb to have one of these around, so when you're done using it and you are going to park it for a month or 2, or maybe a week or 2 or 3, put some of this in there and stabilize your fuel so you can make your item last longer. When I was over at the store, the friendly employees that they have there, and I want to tell you something about Harbor Freight employees, some of the nicest people you'll ever meet, very helpful, very friendly, courteous, and basically will help you do anything and everything. They told me there's a battery inside this already, that you don't have to buy one. And I see a little sign right here that says connect battery inside. And if you look right there, you can see there's the sign that says connect battery inside. So we'll go ahead and get our Phillips screwdriver that comes with our generator. We're going to take that off. And there's our battery right there. How do we get to that battery to connect it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out, how does the battery connect inside? Okay, these are locks. These are locking wheels. Do we have to take the cover off to get to the battery? Like I said, I'm a first-time generator owner, and I'm really not familiar with owning a generator, so this is all new to me. It looks like I might have to take this cover off, maybe. I can't see that happening. Let's see what goes on here. Okay, here's the battery right here, which is a very small little battery, but it does come with it and it's free. Here is our cables right here. Okay, there you go. Okay, our battery is now hooked up, and once again, I'm a first-time generator owner, so I don't even know if you actually need a battery to run this thing. But there it is. We put it in and it's ready to go. So you can see that they prepare you for starting this everywhere you look. Here's another little situation that tells you how to start it. So we're going to go ahead and pull that off, and we're going to walk through the starting of our new machine, and we're going to go ahead and see what happens. So the first thing it says is to ECS throttle, turn it on. Okay, where's the ECS throttle? Okay, we're going to turn that on, so that is on the on position. And then we're going to go ahead and put this to the start position, just like that. And then we're going to come over here and hit our starter button, and then we're going to let this off very carefully. Now here's a little meter that tells you how many watts it's putting out, the output of watts as it is running and also while you're using it. It also has a low oil level light and the meter output of our inverted generator. So let's go ahead and start this thing up. 3,500 watt inverted generator, 3,000 running watts. We're going to go ahead and hit the starter. We're going to slowly go to run. And I got to say, this is amazing. This is awesome. I can barely hear it running. This is our voltage output. It's at 124 volts right now. I thought that was watts, but it's volts. And what a difference this makes from the 9,000 standard generator to the inverter generator. You can see right here it's reading 124 volts. We got our low oil lights looking good. We got our 120 volt outlet. Now this does not have a 240 volt. This is only a 120 volt system. No 240 volts going on here. We got to read what this is about. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know. Here's a ground connection if you want to ground your unit off. That's nice to have. This is a breaker outlet right here. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is a 12 volts. Okay, I believe that's what this is for. Right here. It looks like that would go right here. Yes, so that goes with this. And the situation is we got us a real nice unit here. You can hear how quiet it is. And it's running full blast. Let's go ahead and get a few items and plug it in and see what happens. So here's a light. Let's go ahead and plug that in and see what happens as we plug our light into the socket. And once again, this is 120 volts. And it looks like it's awesome and it runs good. We're still running at 124 volts with the light on. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell everybody out there that I don't have any power tools to plug in this because all my power tools are loaded up and ready to go to Moab, Utah. But let me go get Minnie, the body shop girl. We're gonna get her opinion on this generator versus the 9,000 and see what she says.
Nice.
All right, what's your opinion on the Predator 3500?
Well, I love it because
it's an inverter.
It's quiet. I love it.
It's quiet.
I love it.
What'd you think of the 9,000?
It was too noisy. Way
Well,
too
besides
noisy.
that, it was pretty much overpowered for what we were going to do.
And it was gigantic, yeah.
So the 3500 basically a hobby guy or RV guy, or for what we're doing out in Moab, and the 9,000 is basically for like if let's say you have a hurricane. Let's say you have a hurricane, your electricity goes out, you don't have no power. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, something like that.
Are you happy with your 3500 Predator?
I am.
That's actually running full speed. What do you think?
Wow, it's very
Did you notice there's a light plugged into it?
I did.
All right. We're going to go ahead and turn our unit off. Just like that. And it is now off. We're going to go ahead and turn that button off right there. And guess what? We have power.
Yay!
Thank you, Minnie the Body Shop girl. And I think this is going to do what we need it to do.
Absolutely.
All right.
Moab bound.
There you go. I don't think that Chinese products are as bad as they used to be. I believe Chinese products are probably just as good or even better than the American quality made items. I mean, look at the Honda. Honda's made in Japan. It's not made in America. But yet, on the other hand, it costs 3 times more than this one. Take it easy. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, right here with my Predator 3500 inverter. This is an inverter generator. Going to Moab, getting her done, doing it right, because if you're not doing it right, then you ain't doing it at all.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know